smell paint. Smell food.
Off-Road Expo 2011, and we have the new CRC link here. This is our constant roll center geometry device. Basically what it is, it's an off-road adaptation of the 208-year-old Wattslink design. So we didn't invent the Wattslink concept, but we've adapted it to an off-road application, and in this particular case, the Jeep JK, which, while it's a nice driving vehicle to begin with, as you begin to lift it and put different stresses on track bar brackets and so on, you have problems with durability. This eliminates all those issues and makes a significant improvement in terms of on-center drive feel. It's something that creates a constant roll center geometry, so it totally eliminates any rear chassis movement that a track bar that would be swinging in an arc would induce. This, in some ways, while it might look a little complicated, is actually simplifying things in terms of drivability. It's fully bolt-on. It bolts on to the factory Dana 44 axle housing assembly. Ties into the diff cover, has a built-in diff cover, and of course this is a reinforcement bracket that ties the main cradle, which U-bolts on to the housing in place. Fully service-free. This is part of our Silent Ride SRS technology, in that it doesn't require any kind of lubrication. You'll notice there are no circ fittings or anything that allows you to make have to grease the thing, because you don't have to. Sealed, Kevlar-lined chromoly heim joints, along with a sealed opposing tapered roller bearing assembly in here on the main pivot. Makes it so that you never have to touch it, just keep it tight. Check it after every off-road use like you would anything else on your vehicle. The object of this device, like I said, looks a little complicated. You've got a center blade assembly here that rotates about 11 degrees through 8 inches of wheel travel. The object here is to let this thing ride on a straight line. As you can see in our video here, the axle is not translating side to side as the suspension moves up and down. It moves in a perfectly vertical line, which improves handling. So you don't feel any kind of a yaw or twitch in the rear end when the suspension goes through a big movement. 8-10 inches, no problem. Doesn't feel it at all. This unit is bolt-on. It bolts into the factory. This is the factory bracket, or a simulation of it on our display here. And then we add a simple bracket over here that registers off of factory mounting points, a couple of holes to drill after you line things up and center punch it, and all can be done in the driveway at home if need be. A couple of simple exhaust mods that are included in the kit, little slip joints to kind of move the exhaust out of the way of the driver's side link bar. And that's basically it. You can call us for an explanation at Full Traction. You can Wikipedia it on the internet, and you can learn all about how the Wattslink came about back in the early 1800s. It's a real simple design, and in this case, we've eliminated a handling problem. We've improved strength by getting rid of the factory track bar bracket on the axle. This one's been prone to failure in all kinds of different lift kits, and made a part that's legitimately better than stock.